Hey guys, welcome back to another fragrance review. Today we're going to be reviewing the dupe of one of the most popular men's fragrances, YSL EDP. And this dupe comes from one of the most popular Arab houses, which is Lattafa. And it is called, I know I'm going to butcher it, but Lattafa Fakhar Black EDP. There we go. Yep, so this is the black version and I'm excited to review it with you guys, so stay tuned. All right, let's go over the smell. Let's go right into the note profile. So we're getting apple, bergamot, and ginger in the top notes, lavender, sage, juniper berries, and geranium in the middle notes, and tonka beans, cedar, amberwood, and vetiver in the base notes. So I would say here the real standout notes that you're gonna get is the bergamot, lavender, and sage. It almost smells like this musky lemon, which comes from obviously the citrusy top notes and those woody and aromatic base notes. So it's a really nice combination. All right, the next question that you might be asking is how close does it get to YSL EDP? To be honest with you, I have never personally owned a bottle of YSL EDP. That isn't because of anything in particular. It's just that to me, it's a bit of a basic fragrance in the sense of it doesn't really have anything that really stands out to me. That's not to say that's a bad fragrance at all. I think it's one of the best, if not the best, versatile fragrances, especially for designer, that you can get. It's one of those dumb reaches. So going back to the original point, how close, but also another point is that even though I've never fully owned a bottle of it, I think we all know, we've all smelt it before, and I've smelled YSL EDP in numerous amount of times. Every time I've gone into a fragrance shop, it's just one of those easy smells that you just have to smell. So if we are going to compare the two, I mean, yes, it gets close. I wouldn't say it's a one-for-one dupe in the slightest. It gets very close though, and I would say the biggest difference to me and for my nose is that the original YSL EDP is a lot more crisp and almost linen. And while here with the Lattafa Fakhar, you get more of this musky bergamot lemon. It's lot more, yeah, I would say it's a lot more musky. So you get less of that sharp, fresh hit that you get with the original. All right, getting into the occasions and seasons, just like its original, the original YSL EDP, it's a very versatile fragrance. It can be used all seasons, almost all occasions. Definitely, smelling it definitely leans more towards your spring summer fragrances, but definitely, like I said, year round, very versatile, whether it's the gym, whether it's the office, or whether you're just meeting up with friends or just doing errands during the day. It is a no-brainer, easy reach. If you are going on a date or you are going out, I would opt for something a bit more sophisticated and deep, more interesting, I would say also, but you can wear this to 90% of occasions and it will never be too offensive, and it will never feel like you're wearing something that is out of place. Sadly, here is where it falls apart, and that is the performance and longevity. So for its performance and longevity, it's interesting because this fragrance, its weakest point is its originals, the YSL EDP's one of its strongest points, and that is the longevity. Talking about projection, very average, medium projection. Nothing, to be honest, nothing bad there, but definitely I would say is the longevity. So considering the price, which we'll get into after, but also considering what type of fragrance it is, and it's a dupe. So there are a lot of dupes that outlast the designer or niche fragrance that it is duping. But in this case, for this price point, it's not a bad longevity in the slightest. It's your typical average to below average 5 to 6 hours on skin. But why is this important? Because like I said, its original is one of the many reasons why people just always get to it, and it's a safe, easy buy, is because not only of how versatile and how good it smells, but also its performance and longevity. It's arguably under that beast mode category, while this, although it's a lot cheaper, the longevity and the performance isn't there. Like I said, projection, very normal, average. Longevity, if it had better longevity, it would be a lot more close battle between this and the original. With that being said, let's go into pricing and final thoughts. So as of right now, for the pricing, you can get this fragrance for around 20 to 25 US dollars, which is crazy. So it's very affordable. And if we go, would I recommend it at that price point? Number one, it's really hard not to recommend a fragrance at that price point. Number two, though, this is where it gets a little tricky, is that the original, the YSL EDP, you can pick it up for about 100 US dollars. And yes, that is literally 4 times the amount of price as this. But what you will get is one of the best quality, best versatile, and best performing fragrances, at least in the designer category, of all time. There's a reason why it is constantly one of the most popular fragrances that you can get for men's. You see it on Fragrantica, and you see it everywhere, to be honest. So with that being said, I do think that if you save up a little bit more, and also, although yes, it is 4 times the YSL EDP is 4 times the price of this fragrance, if you can save up your money and buy the YSL EDP, you're getting everything I said about all the best versatility and performance, but also 100 US dollars for designer fragrance is definitely average in the sense of price wise. Performance is above average. So, and if you look at this fragrance for 25 US dollars, the performance is average for the other fragrances, especially from the house of Lattafa at that price point. So I'm arguing, all in all, I'm arguing that the YSL EDP, the original, is probably a better bang for your buck and return of interest than getting the Lattafa Fakhar Black. But at the same time, if you're on a tight budget, 20 to 25 US dollars for this fragrance is still, in my opinion, a steal. So you can't go wrong either way. It's just a bit about trade-offs and what you your current context and your situation and what you're looking for. Also, on a side note, to me, this fragrance right here for a freshie is a bit too musky for my liking. I prefer, as a freshie, for a freshie, I prefer a more crisp, a crisp kind of scent. So there's a flanker in this Fakhar line, the Fakhar Platine, which is, to me, if you're like me, and you like more of that fresh, classic, fresh, clean scent, I would opt for that instead of the black flanker. All in all, very decent fragrance from the Lattafa line. Yes, I would, if I were you, before just blind buying this fragrance, I would look into the alternatives. I already gave you 2, depending on your budget and also your taste. But if you opt for this fragrance right here, I will tell you one thing, you will not be disappointed. That's all for today. Thanks for watching another video, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.